Okay, Ralph. Have you heard of the Wall Street Journal?
Is that the fake news one? No, that's the Post.
That's
Sorry.
the Post.
The Journal's the okay one because it's owned by Murdoch.
Yes,
I have.
Of course. Now, what would you say in Australia would be very similar to the Wall Street Journal?
I would say something like the Daily Telegraph.
No. I'm sure it would be something else like a current affair. A current affair.
That's a quality program.
Yes, if anyone that hasn't heard about a current affair, it's an Australian program, right? It's the best of the best. Only covers things like, the panda has been born in the zoo.
And the plumber that accidentally left a pipe running, and then someone's lounge room got filled with shit.
Yes.
And now that guy won't pay compensation.
Yes, and then this is the type of wonderful show that does the slow walk, when it shows the villain, and it's always black and white.
Correct.
All those kind of things. They love doing all those kind of things.
High quality programming, just like Laymen Gaming.
Yes. Today we have the privilege of watching a wonderful program that they've put out about video games. And of course, they know what's going on with video games. Come on.
They get it.
Like, they totally get it. I'm sure they play Fortnite every day.
This lady right here that's going to do the introduction, we'll just show a screenshot of her right now. You can tell this lady is Fortniting on the rig.
She loves Fortnite,
She probably just duoed with Drake recently as well.
Yeah,
She just didn't want to make a big deal out of it.
Ninja move over, man.
Totally
it's all
right.
about Tracy Grimshaw.
Correct. Now, this story comes from a current affair who discovered Fortnite, and it's their job to basically make you afraid of everything. That's a current affair's mandate, especially when it comes to video games.
Yep.
Professor, without knowing precisely what the danger is, would you say it's time for our viewers to crack each other's heads open and feast on the goo inside? Yes, I would, Ken.
And Sam has not actually seen this video. I have had the pleasure of doing so. We want to show you quality Australian journalism. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up.
Fortnite is the latest video game kids can't get enough of. But when does a bit of harmless fun turn into an unhealthy obsession?
The violent video game Fortnite is designed for teenagers.
What's happening?
But is being widely played by younger children like Michael, who is 11.
Yeah, you have to make sure no one kills you.
So you have to kill others.
You shoot them, and then they just fall to the ground and die. It's not as brutal.
That's not brutal?
I wouldn't say brutal.
First of all, they get this kid, and they're going to show more of this kid later on, by the way, and they get this lady sitting next to her who's like, you can tell she's a gamer as well. I mean, look at her, by the way.
She's a total gamer.
She just looks like she's just seriously basement dwelling. She probably has really high APM in like StarCraft. But you can just tell that this person has no idea, and she just sits down there and is asking these probing questions of this child, being like, so you gotta kill people. And then he's like, oh yeah, no blood. And then she's like, that's not brutal.
Oh no,
like,
she's so
clearly.
And even this 11-year-old's like, I know what you're doing. Like, he was like, there's no blood. Like, it's chilled. Like, it's all good.
He's like, I got my talking points. I know what I'm about to say about this.
Yeah.
And then they get the mother on there, whose job it is to provide.
And like, before we even watch this, any bit, she's like, I'm really worried. I didn't know it was going to be like this.
Can I just say as well, like, if a television show came up to you and said, we'd like to show you speaking in a really concerned way about your child's welfare on national television, and we'd also like to depict your child to be somewhat zombie-esque and addicted to video games.
Yes.
Would you be okay with that? What parent would go, absolutely,
I reckon
totally
a
down
lot
for
of
that.
parents
Please,
would be like,
come in.
yes, because I can look like a really caring parent.
right.
That's how they actually do it. I reckon they sit there and go, look, we just want to make sure that we talk about how worrying this is for children, and you can be part of this battle with us.
Correct. So anyway, she gets going.
It's not so much angry, he's just frustrated.
This is B-roll, by the way. Can we get some footage of you going to tell him to go to school and he's ignoring you? See, he's ignoring you right now. Yeah, he's a zombie. That's right, very zombie-esque. Yep, good. He's going to the PlayStation menu now. Okay, good.
Fix. And that worries me a lot.
I didn't want to play it, and then until other people played it, and then now I'm addicted.
I reckon they probably did this bit, right, with lots of other kids, but this kid was the most zombie kid. They're like, this one is the most lifeless with the deadest eyes.
Yeah.
Let's get him on.
He was the one that just... Like, he did what they wanted, They're like, can you just say that you're addicted now? He's like, sure, whatever. Fuck, I don't care.
I'll just say it. As long as you give me some Fortnite credits,
yeah. As long as I don't get grounded, fuck, whatever.
If Just because it has those sort of colourful graphics and that cartoonish style doesn't mean that it's okay for your kids.
Seamus Byrne is a gaming expert. Seamus Byrne is a gaming expert. He says the game has shocked parents because of its light rating. Violent video games are usually rated MA 15+.
This particular game doesn't have blood effects, for example. They're happy to give it that blue M where it's a guideline rather than an actual legal framework. There's no chat in this game in the way that some other things do. So when parents are worried about stranger danger type issues of online games, it doesn't have those kinds of chat tools as well.
So now we've heard from the gamer,
the
expert gaming. It's now time to hear from the one healthcare professional that's willing to go on the record and make you afraid of things,
yes.
right? Just to be clear as well, this is the only healthcare professional you're going to hear in this video. You are not going to hear 10 other healthcare professionals being like, nah, it's fine.
It's such
all
a
good.
formula, isn't it?
It really is.
Such a formula. They get some expert, they get some, health professional, they get a worried mum, and they get some kid that's like, okay, I'll go along with this.
Totally.
They can actually show higher rates of aggression themselves.
Dr. Philip Tam is a child and adolescent psychiatrist who specialises in gaming. He says adolescents with conditions like ADHD, anxiety or depression are most vulnerable.
Ryan, get the loot chest.
Another big problem is playing to excess of their real-world activities. So there's a detriment in their schooling, in their healthy sleeping pattern, and in the general things of healthy family time.
In the general things of healthy family type,
See
by
that
the way.
he nearly threw up? He was like, oh shit, this is such garbage.
In their healthy sleeping pattern, and in the general thing.
In the general things of healthy family type is, of course, the medical definition for I have no fucking clue what I'm talking
Exactly
about.
right.
And that's why a Current Affair are interviewing me right now.
I reckon they called at least 20 people like, can you go on the record? And they were like, nope.
Beep, 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 beep. As soon as a Current Affair calls, you just immediately hang up the phone.
And this is why they
then they get these kids, right? These kids are actual legends. These are the ones they should have got interviewed, not that other kid that's just staring blankly into the screen. Watch these kids.
Around 3 to 4 hours on
3 to
a Sunday
4,
morning.
maybe sometimes 2. That's an axe, dum-dum.
Many of their
So us growing
schoolmates, Ryan and Dylan, could play the game for hours at a time.
It's pretty much like a normal but unnormal life because other kids in my class get to play 6 hours and all that. Someday they'd be wearing glasses, maybe.
What?
They're like, someday they'll be wearing glasses, maybe. And they do the full thing where they cut into his face. They do the zoom in,
did.
this kid knows what he's talking about.
Their mother, Jacqueline, has strict gaming rules in place. She allows the boys to play Fortnite on the condition their homework always comes first.
Gave into the peer pressure because if they don't play at school, they're looked at as oh, you're not cool, that type of thing.
It seems the quest for a higher score is hurting our mental health.
How does
wait. The quest for a higher score is hurting our mental health. If you thought that was good, watch the amazing special effects that a Current Affair brings to the table.
Oh wow.
This is next level stuff. They got the Fortnite screen with the annoying reporter rotating on there like a spit roast. Seriously. That's where a Current Affairs. That's where a Current Affairs budget goes. Spit roasting reporters.
He encourages healthy digital diet patterns for kids from a young age.
So give them a warning. Maybe you've got half an hour left or you've got 5 minutes left.
That's the end of this video. Give your child a warning that their playtime is up. That's how you solve the Fortnite is killing our children problem. Make sure you tell them they got 5 minutes to go at the end of a session.
I love how they're just like, a score is more important than our mental health.
That's right, yeah.
What the fuck? How does that even connect? It's
we know it's an easy beat-up job to bring this shit out there, but it's such a good laugh to see how non-informed people talk about video games with the intent of making us afraid.
Yes, I've never seen one good story on the news about video games ever.
No,
there's no such thing because you know what? It's true. It's too easy to beat up. Why would they ever get on the side of, hey, this is fun? Or the studies that actually have come out to show that it can help your brain, or it can help people with old age, keep their cognitive function, or keep your eyes actually quite strong if you are playing a lot of video games. true statements.
Correct.
Peeps.
They beat up on it, and then we beat up on them. It just becomes this gigantic circle jerk of views.
Of spit roasting.
They should a current affair should invite us to do
an
interview. Oh my god, yes.
I would totally do that.
Please. That would be amazing. I'd be happily.
Current affair, this is our shout out to you. Let us on. We'll talk about video games.
We'll call it the Laymen Spit Roast.